FINRA, our mission is investor protection and market integrity. In this Day Inside FINRA series, we show you how FINRA employees carry out our mission. Here, we head to Rockville, Maryland to meet FINRA Market Regulation Director, Sheri.
Good morning, I'm Sheri from Market Regulation. Welcome to Baltimore. We're going to take a ride to work and see how the day goes in Rockville. My commute is, it's probably about 40 miles. It takes about an hour. I rode my motorcycle to work. It's a pretty long commute, lots of traffic, so it's kind of nice to be out early. I usually get in about between 6:30 and 6:45 in the morning. When I first get in, there's actually no one here, so it's kind of nice. The very first thing I do is I check the news. I actually try to look at what happened overnight in the financial markets, or things that might cause the market to move today. We do work on behalf of various exchanges, the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, and the BATS Exchange and its family of exchanges.
Sheri oversees market manipulation, a team that monitors day-to-day trading activity, always watching for anything out of the ordinary.
Our team does manipulation reviews, so we are looking for manipulative trading. We get complaints, regulatory tips, we get surveillance, we even get things out of the media. And we'll pull the audit trail, some OATS data, which is the order audit trail system, and try to match up who is responsible for the activity, for a pattern of an individual or perhaps a group of individuals appear to be working together. One of the great things about what we do is kind of that aha moment.
This usually is a flag for me.
Oh, like right, because they're at the flip out in the end.
Exactly.
You know, I got it. I see what they're doing. I see who's doing it. It's very data intense. Our team does a lot with high frequency trading and algorithmic trading, and so I love data. So I get excited when it's, I get an opportunity to actually dig into a spreadsheet and kind of like the needle in the haystack. It's super exciting. We had a case a few years ago. It was something we had never seen before, and there were a series of traders at one firm, and almost pennies on the dollar, they stole hundreds of thousands of dollars. We were able to identify then 46,000 instances of it.
Sheri is an active volunteer. It's one way that FINRA employees give back to the community.
In a few minutes, I'm going to head off to the community meeting. It's the Market Reg Rockville community, which is capital U for Unity. And that's actually our community service committee here in Rockville. We try to plan events, a couple of events throughout the year. This particular program actually packs a bag and sends elementary school age kids home with a bag of food for the weekend.
As a busy manager with competing interests on her time, lunch is always something different for Sheri.
Lunchtime around here kind of depends. We have a cafeteria in the building. It's nice to just even take 15 minutes and slow down.
Sheri believes in management by walking around. She can often be found among the cubicles outside her office, talking to her team.
I have a great team of people that I get to work with. Incredibly bright, talented, curious people who are all kind of pulling in the same direction. What I see as my number one responsibility is actually to support my team. They're actually doing certainly the bulk of the work, so my job is to help them be successful. I also have meetings pretty regularly with our surveillance team. They help us do our pattern development, so we work regularly on how patterns are running, maybe data issues.
Years ago, Sheri realized she wanted to make an impact, so she went to law school.
I'm a breast cancer survivor. I realized how tough I was and how strong I was. I thought, if I can beat cancer, law school's nothing. In law school, I sat next to someone who worked for NASDAQ, and she said, there's a position at my company. So I came down for a job interview, and I was completely hooked.
Sheri gets her motivation from FINRA's important mission and our integral role in the American economy.
I have to say, I have a job where I can do the right thing for the right reasons. I'm excited every day when I come to work. I come from essentially a blue-collar family, and so investing was kind of a thought of a luxury. So to step into this world and realize that, this is a way that people use to change their lives. It was an awakening experience for me to see that there was this whole wonderful world out here. FINRA's mission of investor protection and market integrity, we really take that to heart. And FINRA is protecting the investors so they feel confident and comfortable going out into the marketplace. The economy grows from that confidence.
That confidence got a serious test on 9/11 when the U.S. markets reopened just 6 days after the terrorist attack.
When we opened the markets after 9/11, we picked back up and we moved forward. And opening the markets showed that we were going to be okay. And it was, God, It was a really neat feeling, and it's something that has stayed with me forever, that what we do is bigger than just a spreadsheet.
Sheri is a key player in helping FINRA protect investors and ensure market integrity.
So my day ends generally, it's relatively late and I can concentrate, finish responding to any emails or providing information that may have been requested during the day, and then I head on out. Thanks for spending the day with me. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I'm heading home.
With that, Sheri rides back to Baltimore. Tomorrow, she'll return for another day watching over the markets at FINRA.